There it goes.
I don't know why. So it always shows like starting off at 30 seconds for me. But what's up, guys? Episode 8, Land Unknown episode, catching up because we didn't talk last week.
Has it been 2? No, it hasn't been 2.
No, we just missed last week.
Yeah.
Because the last episode was like before I was getting surgery for my finger, and now we're up to date on finger surgery.
I still can't believe that. You had to go through, just get your finger sliced open. Just for the nerve.
I was thinking, I'm like, I wonder if it would probably hurt like crap, but if I had like a pair of tweezers, if I could have just like dug in there.
Yeah, it wouldn't have been fun.
No.
You get a little morphine or you get a little area painkiller or something, but you get like go by that like the wart freeze off and just freeze your finger.
I needed the antibiotics either way. But if they could just like given me something for like the pain, that'd have been nice.
A little cherry on top.
I would have done some like some bathroom surgery. Nate, you're blowing up my phone, and I don't know how to turn the ringer off my laptop. Not without muting the whole audio. So Thomas, what were the dates that we were originally planning for the elk trip?
Those the last weekend in November. So
I thought it was last weekend of October.
Oh no, that's right. Yeah, so it would have been the 20. I think the 21st through the 29th, I think was, or no.
It was like 10 days almost because we were doing almost through like part of the first week of November.
Yeah, because I think the season ended on the 5th of November, I think, for the second season.
Mm-hmm.
So it would have been, because we wouldn't have taken 2 weeks off. So
we would have left, I think that Friday, the 27th through like
yeah,
something like that.
I think it was, yeah. Because I think I was going to take a half day the 26th, pick you up the 27th, and then drive out, start 28th, I think the season opened, and the 5th it closed. Because that way we got like the most amount of days, because the first and third season both closed, didn't have as much time.
Yeah, well, those dates kind of screw everything up. So Nate and I got permit tags this year to hunt the Corpse of Engineerland around like the Atlanta area.
Yeah.
And I was seeing if you were going to be in town that week, because I know you said you were going to come back home. I don't know. Or did you keep that time off, or are you just going to come home during like Thanksgiving?
No, I did I keep that? I don't know if I kept that time on there. But no, I'm planning on just coming home for Thanksgiving now. And then, so I'll come home for Thanksgiving and then be home for another 3 weeks for Christmas like I did last year.
Okay. We need to do like a longer hunt than just like a day. Like we need to put like a few days into it.
Yeah, that was a lot to do.
Yeah.
It wasn't enough time to try cram just 2 hunts in and barely even be out there for very long. So I think I want to have more.
Maybe 3 days at a minimum.
Yeah, I think I'll end up having more PTO that I have to burn towards the end of this year, because I can carry 5 days over, but I think I won't have like 7 or so. So I won't have to burn 2 days off. And so I think for Christmas, just take two random 2 days off while I'm home or something.
Yeah. So Nate texted me last night, and he has 2 bye weeks during football season this year. So we're going to try to hunt the Corpse of Engineerland one of those bye weeks, if not both. But he wants to camp. And when you're home for either Thanksgiving or Christmas, it'd be cool if we could go down to one of those WMAs and like dry camp and just hunt for like a few days.
That would be cool. That way, that way we're out there and it's not too much of a hassle to go set up the stand and take it down all the time.
Yeah,
out there, and then we don't have to drive the hour, half an hour to an hour there.
Exactly. Whether that be like Cannahatchee and have the chance to shoot pigs, or closer to the bow only place, or somewhere up in Georgia where we've never been.
Yeah.
It's just hard. Like, I don't know. I wish every WMA you were able to hunt year round, but it's irritating that some that are just like draw only.
Yeah, I mean, I understand why there's some draw only, but it's like at the same time there's so much deer and there's such a high population of deer in Georgia, anyways. It's kind of like gonna just let it be open.
I mean, they give out like what 10 or 12 tags a year, so it's like you're obviously not hurting. It's a population if you're giving out that many tags.
Yeah. But I think that'd be a fun idea to go and do that. Can kind of go and explore more areas instead of just trying to pick one of the areas y'all know, or can kind of explore a little bit more because we have a little bit more time to dedicate to it.
Yeah, do some running guns, some true mobile hunting.
I need to try to do a little stalking on them. I think that'd be fun. I think we should do that.
I'd try to stalk on some pigs, but I don't know about deer.
I mean, I think pigs are the easier option.
I mean, last time I tried to stalk pigs, we didn't see anything. That was when time before that I got shot at, so I have a great track record.
I'll go get some Kevlar and hike around.
Yeah, I don't know if we wanted stock pigs or anything during deer season, but there's other people.
Yeah.
In the trees.
We have to really go to a non-popular WMA.
At least during deer season, you have to wear orange. I wasn't wearing orange during turkey season for obvious reasons.
But do you have to wear orange still in archery only?
No, not to my knowledge. I don't think you have to wear orange in the archery only course.
Yeah, because I was going to say, I don't think we've ever worn orange in archery only. But is there pigs in archery only?
Not in that one. But there might be other WMAs further south that I haven't been to.
Yeah. No, I think
I was trying to spray my platform yesterday. I sprayed it with the Flex Seal, hoping that the rubber would like reduce the metal noise.
Yeah, I was curious how that went because I saw you sent the pictures. I was like, I just want to ask you tomorrow.
No, it's still pretty loud. And then like I was just rubbing on it to see like how durable it would be, and the Flex Seal was just like peeling off. I'm like, well, this won't last very long. Like I'll get up there one sit and just step on it and it'll start peeling off. So
yeah. Did you try to do multiple layers of it, or you just kind of hit it a couple times? And
I hit it to where it was like a decent coat, but I'm just worried it's not going to stick. I'm thinking about getting some like Rhino line or something like that, and like Rhino line in it.
That's a better idea. I mean, because that stuff can go through a lot of wear and tear before it breaks off or anything happens to it.
And it gives you like extra grip on your boots too.
Yeah, I'd be curious though to see how loud it is, because I feel like it won't quiet down. I feel like it wouldn't quiet down much because I feel like when you have a sprayed in bed liner and you rub your feet or you walk on it, it's pretty loud when you push stuff across it. But also when I've been doing that, I haven't been trying to be quiet either. So
I don't know. Because like last year I tried to use those stealth strips.
Yeah.
And, like, it worked for like 2 or 3 hunts, and then just the friction of me moving my feet back and forth, it just started rolling off.
Yeah, have to constantly redo it every 2 weeks or so.
Yeah, and that gets expensive.
And it's not worth it at that point, the time commitment.
Mm-mm.
No, but I did thought it was really cool how Tethered's going out and making the carbon fiber or those plastic composites.
I don't know if they're carbon fiber or like some polymer.
Because
either way, I feel like it'll have like that hard plastic sound to it.
Yeah, I think that it's a really cool idea. I guess it probably won't be super quiet.
I just want to know how expensive that's supposed to be.
Dude, it has to be. I mean, their Predator platform's $200.
Yeah,
there's no way that.
And that's for a cast aluminum platform. Like, can you imagine how much a carbon would be?
You can bulk produce those, and yeah, they can't be cheap. I mean, it's a minimum $350, $500. There's no way it's the same price as their current platform. But I think the Trophy Ridge ones, especially, I think it's that Onyx one, or
that's the newest one that came out at ATA this year.
I think that's going to be a really hard one to beat. I mean, because especially it gets you all the angles on it. And I think it just looks like a comfortable platform. and I mean it's $200, I think. And so
Yeah, I have this one size smaller than the Onyx. Like I like it, but I think the idea of the Onyx of having the feet that you can kick out on the sides is a good idea.
yeah, and it's a little bit bigger. I think it's kind of the mix between their small platform and their largest one. I think it's this middle size, and so I think when I buy a platform, I'll buy that, and so I'll probably buy that towards later on in the year.
Buy it before you come down.
Yeah, no, I think what I was going to probably do is just buy it and have it shipped to my parents' house. That way I don't have to deal with it
You know,
because I'm probably not. I don't have my sticks or saddle out here anyways, so I have no reason to have it shipped here. So I think I'll just ship it home. But I really want to get. I want to get new sticks, but I just can't justify spending like the 300 or 350 on those tethered one sticks.
see the Latitude ones. They came out with the carbon sticks. They're like
I think I saw those before, and they look really cool. There was one video I saw of these new sticks that this company's coming out with, and they all compress into each other.
Yeah, I think the company's called like Hype or something like that.
Yeah, it's like Hyped Archery Products. I thought it was a really interesting thing, but I was curious how heavy they are. I couldn't find it.
They're like 12 pounds for 3 sticks.
Jeez, it's a cool concept. If they can go and cut that weight down significantly, it's a great idea because it packs it up really nice, and it's all in a single line instead of having it stacked on top of each other.
Because all it is, I think, is like square aluminum tube, and they're just smaller, and they all just slide into each other.
I mean, they're 18 inches. Because how long are the one sticks that you have?
I think they're close to 18. It might be 16, but I'm not sure.
Because I was like, well, because I didn't know I wasn't off the top of my head. I didn't know the average like length of the stick. So I was like, well, like average sticks. So I was like, well, if 18 inches is like bigger than the average in the marketplace, then it's just like, okay, well then I can deal with the weight because I can get up a little bit higher and don't need aiders and all that, but also at the same time, I can just get lighter sticks, put aiders on them, and still get to the same height. So it's
general rule of thumb. I think 3 sticks and 1 aider, like an aider on like the bottom step, you can get plenty high.
Yeah,
because you're getting close to 20 feet with 3 sticks.
Yeah, I'm not a huge heights person, so I don't really want to get much past 20 feet. And then, I mean, you can go and you can either do the whole mix up where you put the platform just off of the stick to where it's just a step over. And then if you need to kind of get around the tree, you have an extra step right there. Or you can do it where it's the second, like another stick above you.
And it'd be smart to put like my stick same level on my platform, right? So I wouldn't have to like crawl, but I always like to put my platform as high as I possibly can. And I like do a pull up and crawl up so I can get the extra 2 or 3 feet.
Yeah. I mean, it's nice, but I thought that was a good idea when I saw that video. The guy just saying, like, just put it in line with your, put your stick in line with your platform. That way you have a little bit extra room to move around it. I was like, that's smart. And I was like, I'll probably end up doing that since I just don't like heights as much. But
there's more hunting gear that's came out in the last year that I want than I have money to spend.
That's where it starts getting real hard. It's just like
there's
I don't
so
have
many companies coming out with cool products too, and it's like I don't know what it's been, but it seems like the last 2 or 3 years the hunting industry in general has just been blowing up. I think part of that was due to COVID.
Yeah, people at home just tinkering and messing with their stuff and figuring out better ways to do something, and then
people want to get out and be outdoors, so they just picked up hunting. So you got more consumers too.
I mean, these Latitude sticks are pretty cheap. I mean, $240 for a 3-pack.
Yeah, it's like $60-$70 cheaper than the tethered.
Yeah, 19 ounces per stick. So I mean,
it's 1.3 pounds per stick. So you're still talking under sub 4 pounds.
Yeah, and you're not really going to notice that 0.3. I'd be very curious to see like just a durability test, like see if I'm sure there's probably a video out there.
You know exactly what you're talking about. I'm worried those polymer ears would shear off.
Yeah, because I mean, it's cool that they're so light and that they're relatively inexpensive compared to other sticks in the market that same cost. But I would like to see a video of a guy just go and just try to destroy it. Yeah, jump on and break them. Like, there's no way that the footings are that strong up against the tree. And
I think my only issue with the latitude sticks is like the step off isn't very far from the tree, so you don't have very much room to get your toes up on either.
oh yeah, you're basically just climbing with the balls of your feet, if that. So you gotta, get good boots and all. Then if you get like super stiff boots, but then you're kind of giving up some comfortability.
My boots are on like their last leg, like all the camo fabric on the outside starting to rip off. I got holes in them, so every time I get in water, they get wet.
Luckily, surprisingly, mine haven't gotten any holes in them. Like they've held up. I've had them for years, and they've held up really well. I really want to get like Crispies or get new boots, but I don't know if I want to justify spending the $300.
I like the Academy special, some $67 like neoprene boots, waterproof.
Just do like me. I just got like some camo rain boots, basically is what they are, from Academy for like $20.
The reason I like neoprene, other than like pure rubber, is the neoprene keep your feet a little bit warmer when it's cold outside. Because I wasn't your feet like freezing to death during winter season.
Yeah, it was pretty bad. Even though I had like 2 pairs of regular socks, a pair of wool socks, and the toe warmers on. But that was also the day the real feel was like -20 or -19 or whatever it was.
Dude,
that neoprene is just like the extra little bit of insulation where it makes it like halfway bearable with just 2 pairs of socks on.
So I'm always nervous with rubber boots that I'm going to get hot spots and then I'm going to get blisters with them, just as I feel like they don't cinch up very well. And so I've never been willing to spend the money on some, because there's one brand I really want of them. Cabela's sells them. I really, really want them because I think they look really cool. I've heard good things about them. I'm just like, rubber boots, I don't know, weird me out a little bit.
The only thing that sucks with them for me is like worrying about getting bit by a snake.
Because rubber's pretty thick. I think it'd stop something.
Yeah, I mean, it's thick and high. I wouldn't be too concerned about a snake biting you.
I don't know.
I mean, they're pretty thick, and then a snake's fang isn't that long, especially for what you'd encounter down in Georgia. I don't think that'd be a real huge concern.
Oh, meat eaters trivia fact: only 6 people have died in the last like 10 years from snake bites in Georgia. So like, even if you do get bit by a snake, it's not really that bad.
Real low odds. Probably more people die from sharks.
Speaking of sharks, that video that Nate sent in the group,
yeah,
the guy down in the Keys,
really makes you keep your hands in the boat.
It was in the Everglades.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. It was like, I wash my hands in the water like that all the time. Like, so for the people that might see this later, there's a dude fishing in the Everglades, caught a fish, went to release it, and went to go wash his hands in the water, get the fish slime off, and like mid-hand movement, a big old lemon shark came and grabbed him by the hand and drug him into the water.
That's insane.
It looked like it just like grabbed like his pinky or something. Like you see blood after on the boat too.
And like when we were at Nate's bachelor trip, I had like 2 or 3 sharks get pretty close to me while I was standing in the bay. And it makes you think of like, I've been catching these fish, holding them and releasing them. Do I really want to do this?
And then not to think of it, like 2 years ago, you just had the stringer around your waist.
I know. I had a stringer of fishes tied to me.
Yeah. I forgot about that when I got the huge trout, you just stuck it on your waist. I was like, that makes sense at the time. And it's like, now I think about it, it's like, that's a dumb idea. It's really
just shark bait, ooh ha ha.
Or gator bait, apparently, since apparently there's gators down there too.
Yeah, we're down there, and some dude's like, "Oh yeah, I've seen gators chilling on the bank over there by the swamp." I'm like,
some dude on the kayak or a john boat or something.
Like, dude, I'm good.
Not safe on the land, not safe in the water.
Yeah, just have a gator walk across our path when we're walking back.
It's just gotta get a boat and then bring some water bottles to wash our hands off with.
Dude, I'm bringing the kayak from now on.
No, you're scared.
Dude, I think it's crazy that people will go out deep sea or like far out in the ocean and go fishing off kayaks. I'm just like, what if you? I
That's
mean, you're
my
going
old
to catch something big and then you pull something in, like it's going to tip you. I'm like, there's a good chance it's tipping.
That's
It's
my
like-
old boss. So my boss at the Septic Tank Pumping Company, best family ever. He takes his GoPro out there and he'll go 2 or 3 miles offshore, and he has like GoPro footage of him catching like sailfish and like 30-40 pound red snapper and stuff like miles offshore in his Hobie.
That's insane.
But he has a
That's-
trolling motor too, so that helps a lot.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, there's this one guy I follow on Instagram or one page, and they do like kayak charter fishing, like deep sea. Oh, I don't know if it's really deep sea, but it's like out of Panama.
It's
Like-
probably inshore, because inshore is technically like anything. I think
5 miles or
5 miles and in is considered inshore.
But like they catch there's a video of him catching a marlin, and it's like jumping like 30 yards away from his kayak.
I'd be afraid of getting impaled.
Yeah, just jumps right up under the kayak and you flip.
Speaking of them, Michael and Mr. Tommy, they went down to Panama City this morning. They were supposed to have a tarpon fishing charter, and Michael messaged me at like 9 o'clock this morning. He's like, "Well, do you see he sent me a video. He's like, "You see all the wind?" I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, "Captain basically said the trip's over." So they left at like 3:30 this morning, and by 9 o'clock they're driving back to Columbus.
Dude, I'd be so mad.
Well, yeah, all those tropical storms.
Yeah, because there was the 2 hurricanes down off the coast of South America, so it's just pushing storms up.
Our power was out for like 4 hours last night. It didn't come back on until like 1 o'clock this morning. We had a really bad thunderstorm come through. We got some like pea-sized hail and stuff like that.
Oh, geez. That's surprising that far south you get hail. But,
There's been some like golf ball size hail we got earlier this year. Seems like the storms have been pretty bad this season.
yeah. We've gotten a little bit of hail, but nothing a whole lot.
It's either Thursday and Friday or Friday and Saturday. Supposed to get up in the hundreds for the first time this year.
It's supposed to get really, really hot here. I was thinking it was similar forecast.
We're going to be in a full suits and vests Saturday, sweating our balls off, taking wedding pictures.
So hot. Yeah. Wednesday, the high is 105.
Holy cow.
In Kansas?
Yeah.
Sheesh.
That's
The
a
real
dry
cold.
one too, isn't it?
Yes. I mean, it's 30%, 32% humidity. So, I mean, compared to Georgia, it's very dry.
Yeah.
Like,
So-
you have to really kind of want to try to find a humidity to really notice it.
Yeah, the real feel today was 102, and we had a dining room or like a breakfast table at our old place, and we couldn't fit it in here, so we took it back over to Jordan's parents because they're gonna just store it for us until we like have a place to put it. Like we have the chairs still because we have like a bar stool area.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But they have a separate detached garage, and it's like not a finished attic area. So there's like the studs are there, and there's some plywood, but not all over. And I pulled my truck in there because the tabletop was on the back. The tabletop's like 80 pounds probably, and awkward to carry. And we tied it to like a tow strap, and I had to go up top and stand on the platform in this 102-degree weather.
Probably up there where they confine is probably like 110.
So much hotter.
Yeah, it was hot as heck, and we had to close the garage door so that we could fit it over it. So like it was pretty bad, dude. I sweated through my shirt and everything.
That's miserable.
Saturday we went to my little brother's baseball game, and I was sitting in those like cheap Walmart folding chairs, and I get up, and the pants I'm wearing, like you could see water on it, and like my whole butt was just soaking wet from just sweating. I'm like, well, this is embarrassing.
I remember that my dad and I went golfing one time. I got home, I took my pants off. I was like, holy shit. I was like, man, I was sweating bad.
Yeah, swamp butt.
I was like, dang.
Nate, you want me to bring your bow up Friday? And then Jordan's parents can just take it to their house.
Yeah, if you want to.
Okay.
That would probably work.
That way you'll have it back by the time I'll get back from your honeymoon.
Man, it's a wedding gift anyway, so.
Exactly. It'll work.
Yeah, so we moved in yesterday, and like it's like a townhouse kind of. So like there's like 8 of them in a row, but it's all like 1-story ones.
Mhm.
And we have a little patio with like privacy fences on the back, and then behind us is just like woods, and then the main road. And we were chilling yesterday, and Jordan's dad like looked up out of the back door because it's like mostly glass. Like, there's some deer. I walked out. There was 2 deer. There was like one chasing another one or something.
No, Nate, you can't shoot a deer at your new townhouse.
I can put some corn right on the edge of the woods, and then just stay with the door open and just wait and just.
You can't get evicted.
Hope it's a hard shot.
Even with a hard shot, they go about 20 yards.
Yeah,
And as long as it's into the woods, we're good.
they'll run some distance.
But the other thing was when like we got here yesterday to move all the stuff with the truck, I walk out back and there's like some of that wire stuff to like keep the plant grass or whatever. I don't know what it's called. But next we got our cable put into for the internet, and next to it there's a dead snake that got caught up in that stuff.
Jeez.
Like it wasn't there the day before because I came over the day before to set up the Wi-Fi, and then 24 hours later, there's a dead snake in there.
Should have grabbed it and ran inside and chased Jordan with it. I did it with my dad one time. There was a dead snake up in the gutter, and I grabbed it with a stick and started chasing him. And I was like,
he's
dude,
still
it's
there. He's still there. I just gotta like cut him out of the netting so that I can throw him in the woods or something.
I was trying to figure out what broadheads I wanted to shoot for sure this year, and I've decided on it. I went to that company's website this weekend, and they're not selling left bevel broadheads anymore. I was so upset, and I went on a whim, and I messaged them on Instagram. I'm like, "Are y'all gonna be selling left bevel broadheads anymore?" They're like, "No, we're not this year. It wasn't very popular." And they're like, "But we'll make you some if you want." Yes. It's a mom and pop. It's a DeadX bow hunting, and they have their own machine shop. So they're like, "We'll make you some if you want." I'm like, "Y'all are the best." Nothing like some good old mom and pop store.
And now are they going to charge you more money to do it?
Well, I'll just ask them to make me some replacement blades, because I think the replacement blades on their website are like $30-$40.
Yeah.
And I'll just buy like 2 or 3 packs of the replacement blades to last me the season, because you can resharpen them too.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah. Another thing I just thought of for if I did try to shoot a deer out here, hopefully he doesn't run to the right because the chief lives there.
Just become friends with him, and you and Chief can do it together.
Yeah. We'll see.
Are you on their website, Thomas?
Yeah, well, I went to their website and I was looking at Tethered. It's a cool. They're interesting broadheads because it's kind of like a fixed, like it's not your typical like single bevel.
It's a 3-blade single bevel, but
I was looking at the big game too.
I don't know. The big game 3, it has like almost a 2-inch cut in diameter. So you're talking about like a hole like that big, if not bigger.
Yeah, I mean it's a very interesting broadhead to do. Basically, like take a fixed blade and then turn it into just a single bevel. I do think it's funny how a lot of their pictures are like the old school aluminum arrows.
I don't know.
I don't know. I guess if I do get bored, I can try those small game heads out and just try to get some squirrels back here.
I would.
Just go for some headshots and
yeah. Open up our bedroom window.
So I bought some spray paint. I bought like the typical camo colors, like a tan, a light green, a dark green, and black.
Yeah.
And I'm kind of like torn of what pattern I should spray paint that bow. Y'all have any suggestions or like recommendations? Because I don't think I want to do like the general like camo pattern.
I think you should get like a maroon, a black, and a gray, and do like our colors.
I'd be
Just
pretty
get,
cool.
just get hot pink and black. Do spray paint the base black, and
And
then
then do like tiger stripes with the pink.
do some tiger stripes. Get some leaves, place them down.
Maroon would work just because like I don't think deer can see that shade.
Yeah.
Because the bow is already white, so like I don't really have to put down any primer or anything.
No.
I could do like maroon and like black tiger stripe.
Yeah.
That's not a terrible idea to do it like that. They'd be pretty.
And then I think I'll just leave. I don't know. I might pull the limbs off and do like the limbs all maroon or something.
I think it'd be cool to do like one singular color for the limbs, and then
Yeah,
camo.
one single color for the limbs, and then do like tiger stripe or something on the body.
Yeah, I think that's probably a good idea.
You know what I need to do for fish bingo is go fishing with my almost brother-in-law because he works in like one of the gated communities on the lake, and he went in a pond in there the other day and caught like a 4.5, 5 pound bass. So that's what I need to do to get ahead.
Cheater. Do I paint the cams? You think I should paint the cams?
I feel like that would just wear off really fast.
Just flex seal the whole bow. Even the strings. Maybe it'll make it quieter.
So I told y'all I wanted to put different cams on it, right?
Yeah, like do a
Did I tell you that plan got shot down?
No.
I went to the bow shop and talked to them and talked everything over, and was asking them to order the cams for me. And they came back with a price, and I'd have to get new cams, new axle, and then something else. And like just the cams and the axle alone was like $340. I'm like, I could basically buy another Bear legit for the price of the cams.
Yeah, that's not worth it. That's like, insane.
I'm like, I'd just buy a brand new like Bear Adapt or something like that for like $100 more rather than just buying new cams.
Yeah.
Especially when these are perfectly fine.
Yeah, just to like screw around, mess around, and try to make like a weird bow. It's not worth $300 something. It was $150 or whatever. It's okay, whatever. Yeah. It's fine, but yeah, to go and be like, yeah, it's only that much money. It's like, no, I'm good.
So, who wants to go to the Keys with me in the first week of August?
Oh, my grandma.
This one had to be a Nate.
I'll be back in a second.
Grandma?
Yeah.
I think it'd be a fun trip. Because, like, are you going to the Keys? Did you get? Because you can start hunting in Florida, can't you?
You can start hunting in Florida starting July 29th.
That's so early. I remember you saying that. I wouldn't want to go hunting that early, especially in Florida. So I would be in shorts, and then there's still mosquitoes and bugs flying around.
I don't know what it is about this year, but like
I know, only like 5 days.
Man, I'm gonna mute you. There you go. I don't know what it is about this season, but I've already started getting the urge to like prep. So like I'm just finding things to tinker with my setups. It's like, I don't know. I'm just like running out of ideas.
Yeah. Well, I got the fletchings I bought finally came in. So now I have everything besides the wraps. And so I need to go online, just buy the wraps. And then I need to go see if Amazon still has, if I can get the Arizona Easy Fletch, or just say screw it and just use the Benson burger I have.
I had a different wrap company that I really liked, but apparently it's on the Elizabeth's iPad. But they're custom wraps, and then it wasn't States wraps. It's some other company. But I like the designs that they had, and they're pretty light. And they weren't that expensive either. I'll have to go and find them later.
Yeah, because I like the idea of it to where it's easier to take off, and I don't have to take off any carbon off of these, off the arrows, and so that way it's easier to reuse and all. And so I like the idea of the wraps. That way, especially if I decide I don't like the wraps or the vanes that I'm using, it's easy to take it off and tinker. And I'm not just shredding the arrow.
Have you looked at the Mission Archery broadheads, like the VBSs? They're not single bevel, but like it's an interesting design. And they have like almost 1-inch bleeders that come off the sides.
I don't think I've seen them. Maybe I have. No, those are just bolt knocks. No, that's not them. They're just Mission Archery broadheads.
Yeah, they're like an arrow company.
So I can't find. I see like Brock Holder Archery, Mission, or no, that's Matthews.
I think it's Mission. They used to be called something else this year, and then they rebranded for whatever reason. Because they create like the ZMR arrows and stuff like that. Pretty sure it's Mission. Oh, not Mission. It's Method. Yeah, my bad. Method Archery.
It sounds familiar. No, I don't know. I haven't seen these. They're weird. The MD3 is a really small. It looks.
Yeah, but VBS is so the bleeder blades are 1 1/8 inch, which is absolutely ridiculous.
And basically at that point, the bleeder blades look bigger than the regular blade.
It is. The main blade is 1.25. Or like it's not bigger, but like it's pretty dang close.
Yeah.
Because like most like fixed blade broadheads on the market are like 1 1/8. So you're talking about like bleeder blades that are the same width as like most full size cutting blades.
That is weird. I think I'm probably going to go with the Iron Will.
You gonna do vented or solid?
I don't know.
There's so many like combinations. You can do vented, solid. You can do single bevel, or you can do the non-bevel. You can do the buffs that don't have the bleeders.
I think I want the bleeders though. I think I'm going to do just the SB 150s, where just the full blade, not
the single,
or anything. Right, it's going to be, I would do a single bevel broadheads with a left rotation. But I'll just do the solid ones. Because I'm really sold on this whole idea of doing a left bevel or left rotation.
I looked all weekend try to find like a broadhead company that would do left bevel, but also be the weight that I wanted.
Because you want pretty heavy.
I want like 300 grain broadheads.
Yeah, it's going to be hard to find. I mean, yeah, because Iron Will stops at 225 or 250 without bleeders.
Because so I bought 24 Victory rips, not the TKOs, but just the rips.
Yeah.
So with the iron will insert outsert, I'm going to use Halo Knox because I think they're only 20 grains.
That's pretty light for a light up knock.
And then my vein, so like if I use 150 grain broadhead, that's like 12 and a half FOC. That's roughly 480 grains. If I do the 200 grain broadheads, it's roughly 15.5 FOC and like 5 and some change. And then 300 is 20 or 21% FOC at like 680. So like I could technically make like 3 different broadhead setups just for those rips, just by changing the weights.
That'd be interesting to see how you keep the one arrow shaft and then you just change the broadheads to see how much it would be a difference in tuning wise.
Because the nice thing about my dialed archery sight is I can buy different switch tapes, so I can technically sight in my bow to 3 different arrows, and as long as like they tune roughly the same, it shouldn't be that big of an issue.
Yeah, no, that I forgot that you could take those out and replace them. I was looking at buying the UltraView scope, and because you can buy the replacement cartridges, and they came out with if you buy the extra large one, it's technically a 4-pin, but it's three pins and then 1 in the very bottom of the housing. And I think 2 of them are fixed. 1 you can adjust up and down, I guess, for sighting in, and then the bottom one is just your slider pin. And so I was thinking about buying one of those.
I would never buy another. Don't get me wrong. I think Dialed Archery is a great company, and it's a super cool idea. But I'd never buy another sight like that, like a single pin slider.
Yeah, I like them
with like a 4-pin fix this year.
That's the one. So when I saw that UltraView came out with that one cartridge where it has the 3 fixed and then the 1 pin at the very bottom, I like that idea because I was like, well, I like the idea of having a single pin and then having like 2 pins on that single pin or whatever. That way, it's just a super clear sight picture. But like what you've said before, it's just like, well, it's not tuning to the exact distances that I want for those 2 pins, and then they're just weird. And it's like
that's not even my biggest problem. My biggest problem is like, what if the animal moves and I'm not able to turn my dial to what it moves to, or if I'm at full draw and it takes 5 or 6 steps, then I'm just guessing where to aim at. Yeah. If I got 2 or 3 pins, I can gap to the 20 and 30 yard pin and be hunky dory.
Yeah, and that's what I thought was pretty cool about when I saw that UltraView had that cartridge. I was like, okay, well, I can buy that, and then if we ever go do like a total archery challenge or something like that, or if we want to go shoot just like target archery or whatever, I can just switch to the single pin and then super clear sight picture. And I was like, now I'm willing to spend that $300 or whatever it is for the sight.
You want to see a really nice sight that's about $600?
Yeah,
look at Option Archery, because they have like a magnet on the sight. So like you have fixed pins and then you have like a slider up top. Yeah. And you can literally like fold one of them out and just have your fixed pin. And then yeah,
it was really cool. I know Elk Shape got one. He was shooting it, and I guess there's 2 sight tapes on both sides, depending on if you're just shooting the single pin or if you're shooting the fixed pins. And so I think he was able to get like 20 more yards, like theoretically, out of just by going to the single pin. But I don't know if it ran into I don't know if he was actually able to get all the 20 yards out of it before it hit his arrow or got to where it couldn't.
I mean, it's basically like 2 sights in one.
I mean,
it's justify that price though.
Yeah, I couldn't justify paying $600 for a sight. It's a little crazy, but they're cool sights. It's really innovative and really interesting. And I was even looking at buying like an HHA sight, and because I really like, they're made out of Wisconsin and all that. But I don't know. I do like.
The next sight I'm going to buy is going to be a black and gold.
I like the Spot Hogs. I'm very intrigued on the Spot Hogs.
I'm going to put this one back on Elizabeth's bow because like it's perfect for deer hunting. Like
Yeah.
honestly, all you need for deer hunting is this.
Well, it's just stupid simple.
Yeah, stupid simple. You set your pins and you're good to go. I've killed 2 deer with it.
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, that's the thing. I have a hard time wanting to go and buy. Like spend $300 or so on a site because like the one I have is totally fine. It's like just that basic trophy ridge, and it's like I don't see why I would need to go and buy a nicer site. I just like the idea of having something new and fresh, and then being able to change out the cartridges and all that. But I'm just like I don't have a reason, a justification to buy it besides the fact that I think it's cool and I really want it.
Like I think 90% of the Pope and Young like entries were shot from like 15 or like 25 and in. So it's like deer hunting wise, you don't really need to be shoot past 30 yards for like 90% of your hunts.
No, it's like if you're out west or so, then you need that distance, and I need to go and actually get a site tape set up on my site just so I have it. I just have never gone and done it.
Browser just shut down. Oh, Nate's frozen. I thought he was just sitting there this whole time.
Yeah.
But I just realized that he's not blinking.
He's just asleep.
Oh my god, he's not blinking. He's really focused. Oh, he going.
There it goes. Huh. I'm having a hard time wanting to spend $50-$60 on an Arizona Easy Fletch just to have the left helical.
I already pulled that trigger. I'm having a hard time wanting to spend like $2,000 or $3,000 for all the extra hunting gear I want this season.
Yeah. Well, I was wanting to go and get a whole new string setup. So I think mine's
I think so.
starting. Yeah, you're back now. Start stretching and all that. And the archery shop next to me, close to me, that was doing custom strings through June for like $120. I was like, that's not that bad. I think it included cables too.
It's not bad at all.
There's
There's this one archery shop that I bought Nate's custom string on, and for like a 3-piece set. So not for a Matthews, but for a Hoyt or a Bear, it's only $65 for a custom string.
That's pretty nice. Because you don't have to do the cable. You didn't have to do the cables and all that.
No, like 2 to 3-piece sets, like it comes with the cables for like $65.
Gotcha.
And then if you want to do like Bloodline, like the X99 fibers, it's like $80. So like
It's still really cheap.
Hey, Thomas.
Yeah.
Do you need to put new batteries in your smoke detector?
No.
I feel like I heard a beep that sounded like a smoke detector, unless it's Hunter.
I don't think so.
you've been to my house, you know all the smoke detectors are ripped off the wall.
Yeah, I know you don't have smoke detectors in there.
I don't even know where my smoke detector is.
I don't know. It sounded like it came from the computer. It might be ours, but
I don't know. No, I don't.
I was so mad. So one day I came home from like a vacation, and it was like really late at night, and we hear like this smoke detector beeping. I'm like, what the crap? And I check all the smoke detectors in the house, and there's nothing. Well, underneath our house, we had that little storage area downstairs, and Papa had just boxes of crap. And it was like when we first moved in, and there's like boxes upon boxes of like storage stuff, and there was a smoke detector in like one of those boxes, and it's like buried in like the deepest part. So like I do like 5 or 6 or 7 different boxes trying to find this smoke detector, and like I finally find it, and I can't get it to turn off. And I ended up just like slamming against the wall, like the pieces went everywhere. And about that time, Elizabeth walks in, and I found it.
you're just sweating.
Oh, I was dripping. It was so late at night. It was like midnight, and I can't find the dang smoke detector.
That was like when I was working at Dick's, like when they did all the construction on the Field and Stream when they were changing it over. You know how they have those push buttons in the stores, like push for assistance?
Yeah.
Like in the headset, it would go off until someone went over there and pushed it again to like clear it, to let them know that they helped them. And they tore them off the walls in there and just threw them in the dumpster. And someone like threw stuff in the dumpster and it like pushed it, and it was going off for like 2 hours straight one day. And we were like, someone turn off the dang the dang thing. Like someone had to go dive in there and like turn them off or something.
That's hilarious. What are the odds? And it would be like the last box you look at.
Thomas, did you say what grades Iron Wills you're gonna get? Were you doing the 150s?
Yeah. So I'll do 150 because I got 150 grain field points. So
Yeah, I'm gonna have to recite my bow after Hunter sighted in with like 100 grain inserts and 100 or 200 grain.
They're 150 grain field points, so there's 250 up front.
Yeah.
Or you just like you let me like make you some arrows that are the same weight.
Well, what grain inserts are on the ones I have right now? 100 or 50 or what?
550.
I don't know.
I can go pull one out and look at it.
Did you buy those ones from a store?
No, they're the Sirius Orion micro diameter ones.
Yeah.
I can tell you the ones that I sighted your bow in is like 50 or 60 grains heavier than the micro diameter ones that you have now.
Mm-hmm.
Just keep the ones you have now for the bow you have, and then you got the new ones for the new bow.
I'll just order you 6 more arrows and you'll just have a new setup.
Or yeah, you just tell me what to order and I'll order them.
Because I have a discount code for podium archery that I need to use.
Dude, I really like the tethered backpack they came out with, but $350 is insane.
Yeah, I was looking at like my saddle, and like technically they say that you're supposed to replace your saddle every 2 years.
Oh, show Hunter the one.
But it's not in like a very bad condition. So I'm wondering if I could like get away with another year.
I mean, I think as long as nothing's frayed, like you're fine.
Oh yeah, Hunter, look at what Jordan's drinking.
Where did you get those from? I like those.
It looks like you put a candle in it. It looks like a candle holder.
No, Thomas, I was Hunter and Eli got those wine glasses for us at the whatever party it was called.
Shower or whatever.
Shower, yeah. And we're already using the basket too. But we ended up getting like 3 different sets of wine glasses, so
You'll never need wine glasses again.
unless they all just break. Well, those won't break.
No, they won't.
Those are like not plexiglass, but they're not regular glass. They're like plastic almost.
Like Pyrex almost.
Yeah.
Slam
Well,
it.
they're not even glass though. It's like I don't know.
That's weird. I didn't realize that.
Yeah. I remember one time when I was still living at the Heights, we broke one of the wine glasses. It might have been Bobo's or something.
Who broke it?
I know you and Eli were over, and I think I was cleaning it, and you were next to me or something or other, and it broke. It might have been Bobo's, though.
Did Bubba tell you about his vest?
He told me the pants were a little too big, and I was like, after he said that, I thought about it. I was like, did he not like try to tighten them on the sides? Because it was kind of weird you tighten them on the sides.
Yeah, his vest. So like, the first day his vest was like way too big, so he sent it back, and he got the vest back, and now it's like too small, and he can't button it. So like, I told him like, you're just gonna have to get like one of those like shirt extenders, like the extra add-on button length things.
Did he not know that you can tighten it on the back? Did he try that?
I don't know.
Did you get it from Men's Warehouse?
No, Jim's formal wear.
It's like my buddy for the last wedding I was in, we got all of our suits from Men's Warehouse, and when I went to try them on, when I went to pick it up, I was basically like the pants were up at the top of my socks, and like everything was like nothing fit right. And like almost everybody had an issue with their suit. And my buddy, like the guy getting married, didn't have his jacket didn't fit, and he didn't try it on like the day before. And so his dad had to drive all the way from like all the way up to Athens from Eatonton to get to like the closest men's warehouse that had a jacket in the color and the size that he needed. I was like cutting it close. And as soon as he put it
on, fit, and like my arm length of the suit is good. I just can't lift my arms up or them like, but like my arms are down by my side is perfect height.
Well, you only have to wear the jacket for the ceremony and the pictures. So
yeah, it's not a big of a deal.
I had like a mini heart attack because like I didn't realize that the dress shirt wasn't included on the order. So like I opened the box, I'm like, where the crap is my dress shirt? I called Bubba, I'm like, are we supposed to have a dress shirt with this? And he's like, no. I'm like, oh, good. I was worried.
I texted y'all like a while ago before we talked about the suits or like ordering them. I was like, as long as y'all have a white dress shirt and brown dress shoes, everyone's good. Like if you don't have it, let me know. So all y'all said y'all had them.
I have it. I just didn't think that there would be. Already pulled it out and have it steamed and stuff. So it's with the suit ready to go.
Dude, I went to put the tie on and it was like almost choking me. Like I couldn't put it on and I was like, oh crap, like this is not good.
Why don't you just loosen it?
Yeah, no, I didn't realize I could loosen. I thought it was already all the way loose and I was like,
You not know how to tie a tie?
Well, it's not a regular tie, it's just a clip-on one.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's just a clip-on tie.
Oh, that's some shit. I thought it was a real tie.
So, like, I know, I wish it was a real tie because, like, it's already tied. It's just, like, a clip, like a little thing around, and then you can, like, pull the buckle and loosen and tighten it. And we have a handkerchief, so we got to YouTube a video the night before of how to fold them.
Yeah, we'll do that while we're getting your wasted. You're gonna be like still drunk by the time it's wedding time Saturday.
Jordan's like,
he's just standing there, just stumbling, just trying to stay still.
Jordan can trust me. I'm reliable. I'm like the responsible one of the group.
You're the sober one of the group.
Exactly, I'm the responsible.
That's why he's responsible, because he can remember everything stupid you did, and make you feel like crap the next day. Talk shit.
We went and got Mexican last night, and Elizabeth and I was looking back at like Snapchat memories and stuff like that. Like one of the memories was like the 3 or 4 of us at the Heights Kennesaw apartment taking shots, and then she kept on scrolling through the memories and stuff like that, and it was like the May recap or something like that, or like the June like preview. And there's just Bubba sitting in the Taco Bell, like with this awful face. I'm like, oh yeah, that's when he threw up on Nate's bachelor party. And she just starts dying laughing.
I was gonna say something about Hunter being the sober one. When we were at my bachelor trip, we were playing Ring of Fire, like the card game where you're drinking, and Hunter wasn't drinking, but he drew the Question Master card. And he was asking so many questions or whatever. And every time he got Isaac or something, Isaac was like, that's not fair. You're sober. Like, you know what you're doing.
Everyone was pretty tipsy at this point. And like, I'm stone cold sober because I don't drink. So like, I would just pick on the most drunk people. So like, I'd pick on Isaac like every other minute. And he'd just always fall for it. So,
you know, dude, that's not fair.
That's hilarious. I mean, that's bound to happen. You're going to get that one person who's just like, I'm just going to pick on you now.
Tyler was good. You were good. Bubba was pretty gullible. I could get him too.
Yeah. It was fun because Bubba made a rule because there's one card where you get to make a rule. And it was like, what was it? Every time someone draws a spade, we play Thunderstruck.
That was so annoying because y'all would play like the whole song.
I feel like
Bubba like was struggling like with the little green man. Like he couldn't figure out what to do. He would like take the little green man and put it on his drink and then take a drink. I'm like, you eat it backwards.
I feel like even sober Bubba's still pretty gullible.
Depends on the day.
Yeah.
We should have brought some Everclear in a water bottle for him. Well, we have this weekend.
I used up my Everclear yesterday. So like getting my stealth strips off the thing, it's like I couldn't get any of the adhesions. Like all the glue came off on the stand. So like first I tried WD-40, and all that did was like make it where the glue was slick, but I didn't get it off the stand. So then I was like, well, let me try Everclear. So I spent like 20 or 30 minutes scrubbing my stand, trying to get the glue off. I had to use like the rest of the bottle. Now I have to get some more before I build my arrows.
No, that's not why you used it.
Oh yeah. Thomas, what were you staring into the camera for?
I was looking at this Tethered had made this quick draw bow hook that you screw on. I was trying to figure out where you screw it onto.
You screw it where like your sight goes.
Yeah, you screw it on the side, you can hook it on.
Yeah. Genesis 3D printing has like an adaptation part for the Tethered quick draw. And it's basically like a Kydex hook.
I'm trying to figure out the whole a new thing set up to use for while I'm in the stand. Because I have just those traditional hooks you screw in. I don't like those as much. I know like certain places you can't, certain WMAs and stuff you can't use them.
You can't use like at all.
Oh really? Yeah. Well, I've used them so before in a couple spots. So I was like, oh, I want to get like Tethered sells that the strap you can put around the tree, and you can just get hooks and stuff for. And so I think I'm gonna end up getting something like that.
I don't understand why they don't like the spikes, like the screw-in spikes, because you're going to take them out and take them with you. I don't know if they're worried that you're going to introduce like disease or anything like that or damage a tree.
Yeah, I think it's because it leaves a hole in the tree, and then beetles and stuff can have easier access into the tree, so cause them to die faster. That's the only thing I can think of.
Nate, so Friday's rehearsal dinner. You have practice Tuesday through Thursday this week?
No, so Dead Week is not this week, but next week, like for GHSA.
Mm-hmm.
But our head coach gives us off this week as well, so we have 2 weeks of like if people need to go on vacations or whatever. So it was nice to have this week off.
You gonna get any fishing in since you're off?
Depends on how fast we get this stuff packed up or unpacked, I mean. And how hot it is.
That's why you gotta go in the morning while Jordan's still asleep. That way it's not hot.
It's nice because I live 3 minutes from the lake.
Oh, like you can maybe attempt to catch up to me.
I live 3 minutes, so like there's a fishing dock because you drive and you go like back towards her parents, and Lake Sinclair's right there. And there's a fishing dock, and there's also a place I can put in my kayak too. So I'd be out there a lot if I wanted to.
Elizabeth's parents coming up this weekend.
This weekend?
Yeah, they're gonna watch news for us Friday night, and then Saturday we told them we wouldn't get back home until late because we're not getting a hotel after the wedding.
Oh, you're not?
I don't drink, so like there's no point in it because like I'll be sober enough to drive because I don't drink.
You'll be sober enough?
Yeah, I'll be sober enough. I'll be sober yet.
No, you're gonna get secondhand drunk from everybody.
Yeah. All the alcohol fumes in the air. And then I'm on a barbecue Sunday, and they're gonna leave Tuesday, I think.
Gotcha.
Oh, that's right. It's 4th of July this weekend.
Yeah, 4th of July's on a Tuesday, and like I have to work Monday, which sucks.
That's
we get Monday, Tuesday off.
That's nice. My
So-
boss told me to work from home Monday, so I'm hoping like they'll just give us like a half day or something.
Yeah, that'd be nice. So yeah, I think I'm definitely gonna go try to fish at least Monday or Tuesday. I think Sunday I want to try to make some jerky again. It's been
Hope
turning
I'm-
out pretty well.
What part do you usually make the jerky out of?
The last couple times I've gone and bought like a London broil pot
I
roast.
didn't see if you did like deer jerky or not.
Oh no, I just go and buy beef because I don't have any deer here with me or anything like that. And
Thomas is in a slump. He hasn't shot a deer in a minute.
no, it's been a hot
You-
minute.
Do you use like do you have like a dehumidifier or something?
Yeah, I have a dehydrator, and so I just went and bought that because I can't have like a smoker. I can't have a smoker or a grill on my patio, and nobody else around me has one. So I don't know if they just have it in there because I have like a little like a storage shed thing attached to my patio, and so I don't know if people just have it in there and just pull it out when they need it. But no one leaves it out, so I'm not willing to go and buy one and then get bitched at for it.
Do you add liquid smoke to your jerky, or you just leave the smoke out?
No, I just leave smoke out. I never thought about grabbing it, but it's turned out pretty well for the most part.
I'm kind of torn now because of Hunter, because we have like a patio and everything. I've always wanted a Blackstone, but Hunter got that smoker grill, and I'm like, I don't want one of those now instead. I don't know which
I
one.
may
to get.
make some good ass ribs, and now he's hooked on the smoker.
The
It's
ribs-
solid. My dad has a camp chef and he loves it. I mean, it's ridiculously expensive. It's basically buying a Traeger. It was like $1,000 or something dollars. So it's very expensive, but smokers are great. I don't think I would ever not have a smoker. And I mean, what you probably could do is go buy a smoker and then you could buy probably a $500, a $350, $500 smoker now, and then just go buy a $30 charcoal grill. So then you have both.
I have a charcoal grill already.
Yeah. See, I would invest and buy the smoker. I think it's a great. I don't think once I have the ability to have one, I don't think I'll ever not have one.
They had like knockoff Blackstones at Sam's this week, for like $230. But it's so nice because like usually you have like the oil drip part in the back, and like this one is like in the front, so you don't have to like push all the stuff in
That's
the back. It's kind of like easier access.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
torn because I don't know which one to ask for now for Christmas.
My buddy bought, I think it's called a Master Chef.
Or I just ask for both.
Or
I'll
no, a Master
ask for
Built.
one, and I'll ask for the other.
My buddy bought a Master Built Gravity Series, and so you can it's like a gravity feeder. You put charcoal and stuff in it, and you can get it for $400 or so.
I don't know
And
how
he
much
likes them. The one thing he did say had issues with is that when it's really, really cold out, it has a difficulty staying on and running. But for the most 90% of the year, he's had no problem with it. But he really likes them. Liked it. And it's one where I think you can Bluetooth it to your phone and you can just set it and forget it.
Yeah, another big thing before I moved that I was wanting to get was a rifle, but two of the WMAs that are within like 45 minutes from me are archery only, so I don't really need one of those unless I'm going to travel.
Yeah, now you just need to get like better either bow.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
I'll take it to the football field this summer after workout so I can just start shooting.
Honestly, that'd be so cool to be able to shoot like the full length of the field.
Yeah, just go like I can set up on the goal line and go stand on the 20. Like I know I'm at 20 yards right here.
Yeah. That'd be really convenient.
I'm trying to see how much my grill is, but like you can only buy it at Lowe's, so they don't.
Well, there's a Lowe's down the street from me.
How is there not a price? Oh, never mind. There's the price. It's 600.
600, the one you got?
Yeah, which is still cheaper than a Traeger.
Yeah.
Traegers are
I think-
insane expensive.
Traegers are overhyped. I think there's so many good like grills on the market now. Like, I don't think you can go wrong with whatever brand you go with.
No, I think they were solid when they first came out. I mean, it was the best on the market, but now there's no reason to spend that $1,000+ on a smoker.
Mm. You know what I've never been a fan of is like the green eggs. Like, I've never been able to get behind that. Like, I understand you can get like super hot temperatures, but like,
I never got them. I know a girl I dated in high school, her parents bought like a Komodo or Komoda version. It was like a red version of one different company, but same idea. And I was like, it's cool, but I'd just rather have a regular smoker. A little
it's
more
like how much
versatility.
hotter than 500 degrees do you need to really go up when you're cooking a steak?
Yeah, I never really understood them. I felt like they're always difficult to get started.
Yeah, when you sear it, it just cooks the inside enough. Just from a sear.
Get you everything you need.
Do you know the names of those WMAs close to you? Or
There's one in the county, in Baldwin County, is like Bartram or Bartram Forest WMA. And then the other one's like in Oconee National Forest in Eatonton.
I
I
need
went
to call.
last year.
I want to call like a game warden. I haven't been able to find like any rules or regulations of putting up trail cams on public land. Like, I don't know if you need to put your name and phone number or like your hunter ID on the inside of it, or like what are the rules are in Georgia.
I don't know. I would think it's just your name and phone number in it, but then I feel like I could also see Georgia's being like, well, it's fair game. If you put them up and somebody steals it, it's like whatever.
And like, I know some states they don't want you to put stuff up.
I do know also one of the coaches, he's renting out basically one of the like lawyers or something in town, his hunting cabin basically. So he's renting it out, and he has land on there. He told him he can go out there and shoot whatever he wants to. So I might need to go over there this season if he'll let me shoot something too.
So it looks like it's fair game in Georgia to hang tree cameras. It's just you can legally use tree cameras in any public environment where there's no exceptions of privacy.
Because last year I hung one, and I had a decent bit of pictures on it. But I always like to take one stick with me to the woods when I'm hanging tree cameras. And I hang it up like 10 or 12 feet up in the tree, because that way, like, no Joe Blow can just go and steal it. They have to work for it a little bit.
Yeah, you can pretty much get a good picture of whatever's coming in there.
Because I found a new buck bedding area. So last week, I guess I forgot to talk about this. I went and scouted, and I saw one buck, 6 does, and I found a shed. But I found like a pretty nice little intersection by some bedding. I really want to get a camera hidden up in there somewhere. I got like a good 3 miles of scouting in, which was nice. I was covered in ticks though.
That's the one thing I've been lucky with. I've never had a tick.
Well, they weren't on me. They were like, so like I sprayed down a bug spray pretty heavily, and I was driving down the road, and I felt something crawling, and I flipped my shirt up where I could see the inside, and I had like 2 or 3 ticks on like attached to the inside of my shirt. So I was able to pull them off before they attached to me, but like still gave me the creepy crawlies.
They're in one of the bags, either the trash bag or the.
Oh well.
All right.
Y'all ready to hop off? It's been an hour and 14 minutes ish.
Yeah, I'm good. Get a little food.
We need a sponsor.
Sponsorship?
Mm-hmm. Tag them.
All right, y'all. Talk to y'all later.
All right. See y'all.
Adios.